Even though I caught you pretty. I've been with triplets, I've been with twins, I've been solo. Well, I think this part go like this. But I don't know how it goes. But as soon as I take this down, guys, I'm gonna get a red hairstyle, guys, because I'm ready to change my hair color again. Hello, let me set y'all up right here. I've been with triplets, I've been with twins. Hey guys, y'all, I wish I could sit like, the light is not lighting, you feel me? But what I'm gonna do, baby, you are the star of the show still. And ever since I seen your pretty self out in Mobile, all right, it's enough of that, We're about to get into this conversation, guys. How y'all been doing, first of all? Because I missed y'all like a fat kid, okay? Be missing a cake. But, first and foremost, y'all, get into the skin. Y'all can't even really see because it's, get into it. My chemical peel's been having me glowing, baby. If y'all be wondering why I be off the camera for a couple days, that's why. Because I got a chemical peel, and y'all, something is wrong with me because I'm starting to think that I get them too much. Because it seemed like if I get even one bump on my face, I'll be ready to get a chemical peel, and that is not good. But the skin is skinny, baby, okay? The skin is... Anywho, I be feeling like that. I be feeling like as soon as I get one bump or one black mark, I need a chemical peel right now. So if I be off the line for too long, I'm sorry. But y'all, I want to talk about this, right? Because this is something that I've been hearing a lot. And it's said that a lot of people think that love is a scary thing, and that's why they like be moving how they be moving, right? Hi, Connor. And so I'm gonna give my reasons why I feel love is scary, because I don't know why other people feel love is scary, but I know why I would feel love is scary. And my first reason for agreeing with that statement is because when you in life with somebody, you are, one, forced to fix things about yourself that you probably wouldn't normally. Not even just fix things about yourself, you're forced to realize things about yourself. Like when you by yourself, you don't really realize a lot of things until, honey, until you already in it. So it's like, it just shine a light on like who you really are. Are you really loyal? Are you really lust free? Are you really calm? Are you really a loving person? Like, can you control your anger? Like, it's so many things that you face when you inside of something that you wouldn't normally on your own. Cause like even a couple of days ago, I was talking to my sister, and she was saying like she don't like, basically like she don't like affection on an everyday basis. Like she like being by herself and stuff like that. And like, we different, girl. We different. Because I definitely like that. It's just like, by me not being in a situation for like a lot of years, I think that it's just like, you realize, I know I'm looking over there, but anywho, it's like you kind of realize things afterwards instead of when you're in a moment. Like, you can be thinking that you treating somebody right, and then when you sit back and realize, like, if you just look at all your actions in that day, you'd be like, okay, I could have handled that better, or whatever. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. The other reason I think it's scary is because now you got to be vulnerable. Like, now you got to open yourself up, and you got to like communicate, and you got to talk, and you got to be it's like you got to be an open book for the person that you with, or they're not gonna know you, right? that's a scary thing, because 9 times out of 10, people don't really want other people to see the inner parts of them, because they feel like, oh, if I tell you this, you're gonna use it against me. Oh, if I show you this, you're gonna hold my flaws against me. Oh, whatever, whatever. So it's the fact of you having to be vulnerable, and then you gotta trust. Like, it's no way that you can have a relationship without no trust. Trust is like the hardest thing to do, especially when you know people not perfect. Let's just say that. We ain't even gonna say especially when you start seeing like red flags and stuff, because that's neither here nor there. Red flags gonna always come. Why? Because people are not perfect. Shoot, I probably showed some red flags that somebody didn't want to see. But one thing about me, I'm different than people in a way of, by me knowing, okay, let me see if that worked for us. By me knowing that people not perfect, when I start to see their flaws, instead of me being like, oh, I'm about to dip out on this person, I be kind of like trying to see if it's a way that I can cope with what's going on. I know that's probably not healthy for me, and I honestly, at this time of being by myself, I realized that that's not high value girl type of thing. Like, you shouldn't have to try to cope with something that you know is bothering you. Like, you should be able to express that. So it's a double-edged sword to this conversation, right? Because first of all, you should be with someone who you can express yourself to. But I think that is unhealthy, and I think that is very not high value girlish to feel that you deserve certain stuff and want certain things and know that you should be treated a certain way and just try to cope with other things. Okay? I'm gonna give you an example in a minute. But those are my 3 things. Trust is very scary. So that's one reason why love is probably scary to people. Being vulnerable, allowing people to see your flaws, your inner self, how you snore when you sleep, how you look when you wake up, like, things that make you cry, whatever the case is. Like, those are vulnerabilities that a lot of people do not like to show. They don't like for people to know the inner them, because everybody in the world is walking around with a false persona. Everybody think like, you know, if they can just put on a face for social media, I've been scared of love after losing trust. Not for real. That's what it be. It just be like, you have to trust this person with your most valuable things, which is your heart, your mind, your emotions, your, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to trust this person with these things on a daily basis, even when they're not around you. And to a certain extent, it could possibly be easy depending on the person that you're dealing with. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard, like, for real, for real. Because me, I don't never really want my dude to feel like when I'm going out, I'm doing something. So I wouldn't say I'm the best at it, and I guess maybe one of my exes or something like that can say that I'm wrong, but I try my best to just be, honestly, when I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody. So it's like, if it's ways about me that might make you feel like you can't trust me, then you gotta verbalize that with me so I can like fix that, because I don't be doing nothing when I'm with somebody. But I think that it should be easy, because the person's actions should be showing you that you can trust them. Like, they should be showing you that they care about how you feel about certain things. They care about like things making it to you. Say for instance, right? Say for instance, I'm in a relationship and one of my exes is really on me bad. I'm gonna nip that in the bud before it even make it to my dude. Like, I don't want him thinking like, oh, I don't even want him thinking about no other nigga. So first of all, I'm gonna try to cut that. He ain't never gonna know about none of that, because I'm gonna cut it off before I even make it to him. And that's just something that I just really don't respect about dudes, because they don't cut the things off before it make it to their woman. They just want her to forgive and forget. And after she already got this Rolodex in her mind, you really think that it's easy for people to forget things that they see or that they hear or things that's happening? No. So if you want to protect your relationship, you have to protect the person from the outside world. That's all it is in a nutshell. Like, I'm not finna let these people try to talk to me all the time. I'm not finna allow that to make it to my dude, like, come on now. But anyway, where was we at? So we was on the trust, the vulnerability, and I think I was stuck on that vulnerability thing, because I think the vulnerability is like a big part, because when you away from somebody, y'all relationship go amazing, right? But the moment that y'all up close on each other, stuff start happening, and it's because now you're able to see their flaws up close. Like, now you're able to see that she leave hair in the sink, or you able to see that she actually fall asleep with dishes in the sink, or like, it was so many things. Like, but this is how you know that you with somebody that's really for you, though, because no matter what flaws they see, or what they see when you become vulnerable, it's more so, you me, I'm you, this my person. Like, it really don't matter what vulnerabilities they got, because you know that you're in it for the long run, right? But when people start to see your vulnerabilities and it make them stagnant or whatever, that's how you know that you're dealing with somebody that they might not be for you, or like, you might be too much for them to handle. I am really looking out the window because it's a lot going on outside the window. But so yeah, it's more so about the person that you choose than it is about you, because when you find love, you're supposed to be able to be vulnerable. You're supposed to be able to be a crybaby. You're supposed to be able to be whatever you want to be, because that person truly loves you. Your personality type, they're supposed to love all of it. They can't pick and choose what part they want to love. They can't choose to only love you when you happy, or only love you when you worshiping them, or building up their ego. They gotta be there to love you through your personality, because you loving them through theirs. Head might be empty with nothing in it, but you still loving them because you love them. It's not about nothing but who they are. It's just like, okay, we finna go through life together. Like, what? I'm going through it. You at my hospital bed. Hey, you going through it. I'm here for you. Like, I'm here to pick you up when you feel like you don't have nobody in the world. I'm here for you. But it's supposed to be like that both ways. So if you get to a point where you feel like it's a one-way streak, or it's one-sided, where you giving and you being that person that's like down through whatever, and the other person is like picking and choose when they want to be that person for you, turn on your thinking cap. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say leave your person. I'm not gonna say anything like that. But what I'm gonna say is turn on the lights, because something might not be right. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people get with people for certain things. Like, when it comes to girls, some guys get with girls for like looks or status, or it could be sexual. It could be like, oh, she's smart or whatever, but they don't truly love the core of who you are. The core of who you are might be, I get goofy when I'm sleepy, I get mean, I don't know, it could be anything. Like, it could be anything, but your person is going to love you exactly how you are. And they're going to be so one with you that they're going to grow with you in that. Not saying that they're going to condone your bad behavior. Not saying that you don't have to improve things about who you are. But the person is going to love every bit of your being, and they're going to be okay with the person that they're deciding to build with, right? So the last one, what it was, vulnerability. What was the third one? I just forgot already, and I said it at the beginning of the video. So it was trust, it was vulnerability, and I forgot the other one, y'all. Already. I wish I could rewind this video. I should get on my computer so I can rewind the video. Ever since I got your pretty Connor, Jay, you still here with us? Anywho, yeah, so I don't know. Oh yeah, the third one was that they be they be forced to face things about themselves that they probably would have never, right? Because say for instance, right, when you not living in the same house with somebody, you can claim like, oh, you my everything, I don't be lusting after other women and blah blah blah. But then the moment that you up close with the person, she able to see how you really is with that wandering eye, okay? So, and just certain type of things, like, it's a lot. I don't even want to get into it. But you got to be able to pay attention to the actions of your person. Because somebody who did smack in love with you, it's just some things that they ain't going to do, baby. I don't even care if they unaware of how to love people. Something in them is going to want to do it for you because that's how they feel about you. They're going to pay attention to how they move. They're going to be paying attention. Like, one thing about me, I'm going to be honest with y'all. One thing about me, and I always liked this. I always was attracted to a guy who was like, just got my heart broken and spammed him. You funny, girl. What you spam him and say? What is spam him? Like, don't feel like an idiot. Talk to me, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for this conversation because I went through a breakup too, boo. Don't feel like no idiot. Don't feel like none of that. You have to literally take what happened in the situation and really evaluate it. Evaluate it. Don't take this as a something wrong with me thing. Don't take this as a something to hold you down, because something, okay, yeah, because something would literally try to captivate your spirit. When it comes to detachment or breaking up, something will try to captivate your spirit, and it would be like an anchor, like a sinking ship, like try to sink your ship all the way to the bottom of the ocean, like the Titanic, baby. We doing. It's all about looking at the situation and looking at like, okay, how can I take something out of this to better me for my future? Because the union could bet. How many people you know, like at the beginning of that relationship, they broke up a couple times and they got back together and stayed together forever. So it's like, you just never know how things will go. If the person was crap, okay, we're not talking about them. Boo. We talking about, I need to, and stop spamming off for real. If you feel like it's time for you to let it go for real, that's what you do, because it got to be two people that's wanting to continue to work things out. It can't be like one person wanting to work things out and the other person don't want to work it out, because that's telling you something. Those are your signs right there. Hey Portia. But y'all, let's get into this conversation. Talk to me, y'all. So like I said, I recently just got out of something, and I just feel like the person was doing the best that they knew how to do. But when it comes to loving somebody, it's not about the best you know how to do, because the best I know how to do is just be beautiful, and like, I'm smart by nature, so you're gonna get things out of me. But the best I know how to do is not compromise. It's not understanding. It's not patience. I tried those things because I knew that the person needed them. And I feel like on my behalf, that I should applaud myself for that. Because I did things that I didn't normally do. I stepped outside of myself, not to be selfish, self-centered, or like, just like, you know how some women can be. They can be like literally all about themselves. They don't care if he's stupid. They're gonna be like, okay, let him be stupid. Whatever I can get, I'm just gonna get. Instead, I was the type of person who like wanted to enhance the mental of the person, wanted to show them like the good people out here, not just somebody who some women are so evil that they can see that the person needs something, but because they don't want them to surpass them or become more wise than them or whatever, they intentionally withhold information just so this person could be walking around them in a daze, or just like not really growing for real, and they're only doing that to benefit themselves. They don't want the person to grow, because they might feel like, oh, I don't want to build this person up for the next person, or I don't want to teach him this because he might think he better than me, or I don't want to show him nothing about business because his business might take off and mine not. Like, that's some real hater energy, bro. And I never wanted to be that woman, no matter how I felt like, bruh, I could literally run circles around this person, but I chose not to do that. I chose to really, because I got to answer to God first. And I didn't want to be like spiteful or like evil and do nothing like that. So I truly wanted to see the well-being of the person. So for me, no matter how the situation went, I feel like I did a great job in that area. So wherever I lacked at, wherever I feel like I failed in, I'm not really like beating myself up about that. I'm more so in the sense of, thank you, love my hair, thank you so much. I'm really, and I did it myself. But no, I'm pretty much in the sense of the things that I didn't get right, I'm taking that and I'm making myself better with that, because I know that my person is coming. You know what I'm saying? I know that God promised me something that I'm going to receive, and I want to be ready when it comes. So there's no need for me to dwell on, oh, all this and that, and like, nah. I took out, what did I really give to this relationship? I feel like I gave my all, because even when it was times where I felt like I wasn't being treated properly, or I couldn't trust the person, or I saw things that I knew wasn't right, I didn't leave. I stayed, and I tried to better the situation for both of us. That's not always a good thing. However, trust the process. Trust the process, okay? Because no matter what, because I wasn't that malicious person, because I wasn't that person that wanted to see him down or unaware of certain things, I know that I'm going to be rewarded for that. And I know that even the person is going to forever appreciate me for that, going to forever, you know what I'm saying, like, remember, you know, those things. Hey, maybe God was blessing them with me because of how much he loved them, and they just didn't know how to, you know, when God give you a good woman, brother, you got to know that he's giving you a gift. You can't just think like, oh, I can get this anywhere, or you can't just think like this is just anybody. Some people God give you because they love you so much that they want to see you do better, so they will place somebody in your life, and when you mishandle that, that's between you and God. And that's just vice versa, because like I was gonna say, I can't say that he was just like this all out horrible person. I really love a lot of things about the person, but I just feel like the person wasn't like patient enough to really know me on the inside and try to love me the way I needed to be loved. They only wanted to give out what they can give. Oh, I didn't know about that, so you shouldn't even care about it because I didn't know no better. Like, dude, that's crazy news, because every time you do something and you don't know no better, I gotta put another band-aid on me, another band-aid on me, another band-aid on me, all under account of you didn't know. Instead of you being patient enough to try to understand. Let me read y'all stuff. People get way too attached. Get your heart broke a few times and you learn to care, not to care so much. That is so funny. His emotional intelligence was low. I get what you're saying, Portia. You said his emotional intelligence was low, meaning what? The Lord wants us to have a whole man that we support, not help. That's what he taught me during that season. That is beautiful, Portia. I ain't gonna lie to you. God has been revealing some things to me too, because at first I was literally going into repentance, like trying to, you know, make sure that I was okay with God. Like, I did have to repent for certain things, but say for instance, right, we're just gonna say for instance, because ain't no incriminating on here. Say for instance that I was the physical one, right? I'm not just like Dr. Dre, just wake up and just do you in for no reason. It's more so like I gotta be triggered by something, I gotta see something, you gotta do something, like whatever. But when I went to God and repenting for losing my self-control in that moment, God revealed to me that and I just posted yesterday, emotional and mental abuse is still abuse. Just because it's not physical don't mean that you weren't treated unfairly and really whew, like somebody didn't really try to take you down through there. So God gave me that revelation. So to be like, daughter, I'm here with you. Like, yeah, I forgive you, for repenting and everything like that. And yeah, you're supposed to keep your hands off people's kids, but if somebody is being emotionally and mentally abusive to you, that is still abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you're doing something to me and you're playing on my mental and you're playing on my emotions, but then I come out and knock you clean out, who's wrong? I guess I'm the one wrong, right? Okay, cool. But according to my dad, it was still some things going on in that situation that I didn't deserve either. Just like spiteful things. And honestly, I feel like the person, they know what they be doing, but they gonna claim they don't every time. Like, say for instance, like say if you got trust issues in your relationship, right? And throughout the whole time of y'all trying to fix it or build whatever the case, you're realizing that not only do you have trust issues, that that the person gonna need you to communicate in order for them. Like, I don't like to guess about nothing. I don't never want to guess. I'm gonna need you to just come out and say what it is. So if we dealing with some type of trust issues or communication issues, whatever, and we spending time together, whatever, and then all of a sudden you getting your feelings about something, maybe it been something I said or whatever the case, and then you drop me off at the house and you pull off without telling me where you going at 10, 11 o'clock at night, but you done spent the night here for the last day to whatever, that's being spiteful. Am I right? Because you want me to wonder where you going at 11 o'clock at night. You didn't say, oh, I'm finna go and go get something to eat or whatever. It's 11 o'clock at night, dude. We're supposed to be going to lay it down and cuddle and watch a movie. But instead, you're being spiteful and you pull off because you want me to wonder where you're going. That's mental, emotional abuse, purposely, right? So, and I'm not just saying like that's the worst thing a person to do. I'm just giving an example, because when somebody truly cares for you, their intentions is to make sure that you feel secure, that you are assured, and that they are trying to meet you in the areas that you know that you need. Just like I said before, if I knew that you need guidance and in many different areas, and I didn't just leave you out to dry, that means I met you where you needed me to meet you at. I didn't just say, oh, it's my man, I'm finna just ride in his car, I'm finna just let him take me out on dates. No, I tried to get to know the inner things that you needed, and I met you there. It's a problem when you're doing that for somebody, when you can think about the things that they need on the inside and meet them there. He's never had his mom in his life, so I'm gonna make sure that I be a nurturer, a home, a place of substance for this person. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to, like you said, God do want us to be with a man that's whole, because we would not be going through half the things we're going through. But what I'm saying is, aside from whether they whole or not, we could say he is whole. If you see things inside of this man that he needs, it's as his partner, you're supposed to be willing, not that you have to, but you're supposed to be willing to meet those inner needs. It's not all about the outside needs, the lust and the having somebody cute on his arm, or like, it's not all about that. It's about meeting the person where they need you on the inside. That's where love starts, on the inside, not on the outside, guys. So that's what I'm saying. That part, like when you have to face things about yourself that you probably wouldn't want to, like the person probably wouldn't want to face the fact that you are spiteful. You are a vindictive, very spiteful individual. You do things intentionally and then claim that you don't know. You do things intentionally and then claim that the other person is reacting for no reason. But if you're not in no closed up relationship with nobody, you're not forced to face those things about yourself. You sub, thank you. What's the okay, let's see. Another thing he taught me is to stop helping people I want to help. I'm supposed to help the people he's telling me to help. Sometimes we get jammed up helping people that God didn't call us to help. Ooh, girl, you talking today. You speaking today. You ain't lying. But let me tell you something about God, right? So last year before I moved to Florida, I lived in Atlanta. And I think I told this story. I don't know if I told this story. If I did, I'm sorry for even regurgitating this, but I know it's probably new people on here. So when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, it says relationships should be easy. The only reason they are not is because people are unloyal, and every now and then one person don't know if they love that person. Every now and then, that's sad, bro. That's really sad to be in a situation where every now and then that's a person like what she was talking about, emotionally unintelligent. Is this man walking with a but it says he walking with a okay, anyway, but for somebody to love you 1 minute, then don't love you 1 minute, then love you 1 minute, then don't love you, that's emotionally unintelligent. We're not talking about, like, in my situation, it took me months. I would say like 3 months, 4 months before I knew that actually, I don't think that I knew that I loved the person until we were almost breaking up. Like the 5th month, like we had some really good times, and we also had some space away from each other where I started to really be able to because everything at first was kind of like really fast. Thank you. Everything at first was really kind of fast, so it was just like this person is pursuing me, and like I'm just trying to get to know him as a friend. And then like when I realized he was really like that about me, I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna accept it in and I'm gonna see what it's really about. And then I started to realize, like, okay, he probably really liked me, but it's still some things from his past that he ain't getting rid of yet. So I was in a mode of like kind of protecting myself. But then we got into like a situation, let's say a business partnership, and we were seeing each other every day. We can say business partnership because it's my business. Okay. And so we were seeing each other on an everyday basis, and the person wasn't allowing us to just exist together and allow me to come and back around healed and just loving them. They were like, oh, well, you being this way to me, and you're not giving me no attention, blah, blah, blah. But we still existing in the same environment every single day. It was like I didn't have the time to really just sit and just look at him from afar, from across the table, and realize, like, regardless to what, I really still feel this way about this person. Or have them times where he at work and I ain't heard from him, and so I'm just like really thinking about the things that we have together. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I didn't get a chance to really know that I loved this person until, like, I would say maybe a month before everything spiraled out of control. Because at this point, we was like kind of like trying to agree to like go our separate ways and be cordial and things like that. And it was kind of like more of the reactions, how he didn't want us to break up, or like just to really see like he really wasn't known that. It was just like started making me look at him different, like maybe he was trying. And so I can say even up until 2 days before we really just stopped all communication, he was just asking me like you don't see no more hope in me, or you don't believe it, or whatever. And I was just like, okay, sort of kind of genuine. But that same day, I still finding stuff in your wallet, and like it's just like, it's only so long a person can constantly just put band-aids and band-aids and band-aids and band-aids and band-aids before they explode. Like, we 5 months in and I'm still finding stuff in your wallet from other women. I'm about fed up and tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, this to the point where I can't put another band-aid on. It's really up and stuck for real. Like, I am literally tired of seeing things with my eyes, having to process it, having to forgive, having to forget, and then having to sit back in front of your face and just be so loving. So it was just like, like, dang, like, when do it come to the point where you you nip all this stuff in the bud before it even make it to me. Am I not, like, I know that I'm worth that. So it's like, when do you get to the point where you care about me enough to where you're protecting me before I have to protect myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Especially on a repeated monthly basis. Like, I don't know. But so yeah, that part. I just think that a lot of people are not willing to fix the things that they have to face. When you're in a relationship, you're forced to fix some things. If you're a careless man, if you a liar, if you a sneaky person, you are forced to face those things, because every time you be sneaky, she gonna find out, and then it's gonna be addressed, and you about tired of going back and forth. So you either gotta fix it or you gotta just move around. But women, we do things too. We definitely do. My thing is more so like popping off, and like, I could forgive you in my heart, but that don't mean I ain't gonna think about it. That's my thing. You would like to get to know me. Get to know me for what? What you trying to get to know me for? What are you trying to get to know me for? So yeah. Where my homegirl at who just said that? But that's just something that I don't advise you to do. I don't advise nobody to get like so broken up about the breakup that you started feeling like things are wrong with you, because that's not what it's for. God said that my plans are to prosper you. The only reason why God will reveal something to you about yourself is because he want to make you better. It ain't because he want to condemn you. It ain't because he wants you to feel like, oh, I'm this person that's not worthy of, like, no, you are worthy of love. You are capable of loving, and you will receive love. It's just all in perfect timing, divine timing. You know what I'm saying? Divine timing. Because a lot of people will be attracted to you, but you don't know the reason why. They're going to say all the right things, but you don't know the reason why. You love me. You was funny. Yeah, and then one thing I realized that I just came into, like, when you are abstinent, like, especially for long periods of time, you have a certain type of aura about yourself, and it does attract people. So be careful of that as well. New drink. If it don't feel right, just get up out of there. There ain't no need to investigate none. Hey, Curtis, talk about it. This man talk about armpit showing. Why are we showing armpits on YouTube? I'm scared at this point. I'm thinking it's giving creepy energy, because why am I showing armpits? I'm a girl's girl. I have no hair under my arms, guys. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Y'all, I feel like I want to just go out and just have a little moment with myself, because I feel like I deserve it. I feel good. I feel really good. And when it comes to my relationship, like, I don't even know. Yes, girl, why you speaking today? Thank you. I am healthy. When I come on here looking crazy, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. First, we gonna address Portia talking, because she's speaking facts today. She said he had low emotional intelligence. He had the spirit of offense, the spirit of rejection, the spirit of pride. He needed deliverance. Yes. And it's so crazy that you on here saying that, because it kind of confirms some things. But the way I love the person that I was with, I just pray for the deliverance, because I seen a lot of those signs too. The spirit of offense, like, anytime that I would try to ask him a question, he answered me defensively, like, I didn't, or I don't, or yeah. And it's like, why are you like that when I asked you one simple question? Spirit of rejection, like, then yeah, so like even when I'm telling you certain things about yourself, like say if I say that I need some mental peace. Say we've been arguing for like a week. Why? I don't know. But if we've been arguing for a week and I say like I just need some mental peace, spirit of rejection. Now you're not texting me good morning. Now I don't get no more flowers. Now you're not doing none of the things. You're not even calling to check on me. You're not doing none of the things that you used to because I just want some mental peace. I'm not saying I don't want to hear from you. I'm saying I don't want to argue when we speak. Can it be about something that makes me smile? Can it be about some plans that you have for our future? Can it be about just like, you know, how your day was going or whatever like that? But a lot of those things that you're saying, Portia, I've definitely experienced that. But more so, I think mine was that too. Definitely deliverance from, I feel like if he would have already been delivered from like all of the lust and like the, you know how guys say no fap, because I don't want to say the N word on here, but like when you're not watching and you're not actually self-pleasing and like not indulging in activities, and you've really severed those ties in your life, you're gonna have less things to deal with when it comes to being in a relationship. You're not gonna have to do all this deleting of videos and like blocking people and like changing your number and just like I love you cards falling out your wallet. Like when you really detach from your past and all like your soul ties and all that, like you don't really have none of that stuff. Like I think I only had one picture with the ex that I had, and it came from my storage unit, and I didn't even know it was in my bag. When I saw it, I tore it up. And I'm talking about me and this person is really gang about each other, but I tore it up because the person who I'm with, I'm in love with him so much that I don't want him to walk up in his house and have no reason to think that I'm holding on to nothing. You feel me? But other than that, I can't say nothing else. Only thing that probably would have made him feel insecure would probably be my ex-fiance name tattooed on my neck, which he agreed to get covered up, and he never paid for it, never got it covered up. So I'm just not financially, I ain't really into that. But I did hit up one of my tattoo people, and so I might be getting it covered up soon. But other than that, oh, I had one video. I did have one video of me like laying on the shoulder of one of my friends, but it wasn't like, this was somebody I had never had no type of encounters with. This was somebody I was never even in a relationship with. This literally was just a friend of mine, and it was not it was not an actual video. It was not an actual picture. Like, y'all get what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like I was the only person I really was crazy about before I met him. I had already cut him off months before. Months before. Like, we had already detached. So it's like, I didn't have no attachments going into the relationship. I was kind of like at a standoff. Like, my heart was so closed up. I had to pray that God opened my heart up. Because I wasn't feeling no attraction. I wasn't feeling no love. I wasn't feeling nothing until the pursuit kept happening. And this person stayed present in my life and continued to show up. Then I was like, okay, you know. But, other than that, I feel like maybe he just needed to be, you know, delivered from like soul ties and spiritual spouses and like lust, and then the whole the spiteful, vindictive side of him, because he do things purposely, and he will say that he don't know what he doing, but you know you're doing it on purpose. Yeah, you sure are. And so somebody, like, people have to be forced to face the things. I can say all day. Listen, well, God already delivered it from me, so because I fasted about it, and all I have to do now. One thing about it, when you go before God and pray, he said there's a remission of sin, right? So I'm already delivered, but I have to walk out my deliverance when the situation comes. Like, say if something happened again where somebody try to take me out my square, when I know naturally I would just clean mess you up, and then I don't do it, that means that I've grown. That means that I've now put to the test the deliverance that God has already placed in me. Because once you go through deliverance, which I've already went through deliverance for the angry spirit, now I just have to perform it if the time ever was to come to show God, like, I'm with you. May I ask you a question? You sure may ask me a question. Curtis talking about I become people and things off so quickly they call me Edward Scissorhands. That's how it was, I swear. Before I got with this situation, that's exactly how it was. I just tried to have a little patience with it. I would literally, that's how I got to where I am now today, because I was able to shake things off me. I always tell my friends that. They be like, you done traveled all these states in the world, you done been in here and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, if y'all knew how important it is to shake some things off in life, but everything in life you can't just walk away from. But you got to know the things that you don't walk away from and things that you do, because you got to have spiritual discernment, right? Because everything and everybody you can't just walk away from. Where do I live? I don't argue. Make love and think about my woman. Okay. Gotta go to work. I hope to chat with you later. Ooh, let me find out Darren trying to get my attention. Don't be doing that, Darren. Don't be doing that. All that stuff make you forget about how you felt inside before you even knew anything about inviting another human being in your life, period. Dog, you are fire. Curtis, that's so fire that you said that. And then you call yourself dropping the mic. Don't play with you, because you ain't one of them. But, yeah, so, I don't know. I really don't know. I still don't know. All I'm focused on right now is the things that I needed to improve in myself, which I'm good now. Because I do know that it was some things that I did wrong, but I also had to realize that you wasn't all in the wrong. And once God tell me I ain't all in the wrong, baby, I ain't crying no more. Because I know I wasn't tripping. I wasn't crazy. It was still hidden people somewhere doing something. I don't know what was going on, but I'm telling you, that discernment be crazy. And then another thing that people don't realize, like 2 days before we stopped talking, if I found the I Love You card in your wallet, it's like you're failing to realize that all of these keepsakes that you're keeping from these women, whether it be clothes that they bought you, whether it be keepsakes, whether it be wallets, whether it be I know, sis. I know. That's why I said I just been praying for him, because he's not a bad person. Like, not a bad person. Like, literally love the person. But it's like I was just saying, it's things that you might be attached to that could be opening doors. And what I was trying to explain to him is that the attachments that you still have with these other women leave open doors for that to attack me. I'm a high-ranking spiritual being. So you don't think that the evil principalities want to distract me, want to see me locked up for clocking somebody in the head? Like, they're going to use whatever open door they have, okay? And if the person closest to me have not shut every door, you fail to realize how many women turn into witches when you dump them. When you have intercourse with women and you leave them, a lot of women turn into witches. Real talk. They turn into, and it's just as simple as speaking word curses, or the way that they obsessively think about you, or like I said, the attachments, the belongings, the things that they bought you or whatever you're holding on to whole time. You got open doors for them evil spirits to come and attack the woman that you with. I'm gonna try it one more time somewhere, and if it don't work out, I'm gonna take it back to when I was like 7 or 8 and just buy all the things that I never got but wanted. Like, you crazy. You crazy. I'm not the type of person like that, but I ain't gave up on love, because I know God promised me something. Yeah, I know God promised me something, and it's coming. I'm talking about it's coming so fast. It's coming so fast that I can feel it. It's coming so fast. So I can't close my heart up to love, because then what? I will miss what's for me, right? So I can't I'm not doing that. It could even be the same person. God delivered a person, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't care about right now. It's not so much about nothing outside of personal growth. Because whenever God take you into hiding, and I heard this from Pastor LaVoy, whenever God take you into hiding, it's because he is trying to keep you from self-destructing. He's trying to show you what else needs to be purged out before he elevates you. So I'm just so thankful for this time. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was insecure when you got him. I would say so. I would say so. I realized a couple of things because like all of the like obsessive calling or like didn't want me to go, you know, when I was at my brother's house the whole way, how he was acting, and I asked him like, well, why were you acting like that? He was like, because I felt like I was losing you because you was like going to another state. Yeah, being secure in spirit. You shouldn't have to make him feel secure. No, that's a fact. What was I saying? Oh, but I realized like he was like pursuing me in that way because he probably thought I was somebody that he couldn't have. So he was pursuing me heavily, but it wasn't with good intent. It was anxious. God said be anxious for nothing. It was yeah, it was like fleshly. It wasn't like I'm pursuing her because I'm at a time in my life where I'm looking for my good thing to obtain favor from God, my wife, for myself. If he was pursuing me in that manner, we wouldn't be where we are now, right? Because all of the soul ties and spiritual spouses in the past and the exes would have already been gone. We would have been engaged by now. This is month 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was truly spiritually good intent, we wouldn't be where we at right now. The whole pursuit was more so of anxiety or like obsessiveness, and that's not of God. So I just pray that if God, you know, if that is my person, that God is working in him right now while we separated, just as he worked in me. And deliverance is real. Like, you just gotta constantly pray and constantly pray. Stay prayed up. Like now, I got all of the jewelry on, but I never wanted no jewelry until I got older and wanted to intertwine with the worldly expenditures with the rest of the humans. Well, when it comes to jewelry, I just like what I like. Like, I thought I lost my watch the other day, and I was so hurt about it because I got this watch custom made. So I got a Rolex band on it. You see the crown and everything, but it's original. It's not even Rolex, it's original. Definitely not a sir. I'm definitely a woman. I'm a ma'am. I know you from a different country saying sir. Only people from other countries come on here and say sir. Definitely a ma'am. Okay? My tooth hurt, y'all. But it ain't never was to get on here and like bash nobody, because I ain't gonna lie, I love him for real. But if God say to separate, that just is what it is. It don't matter. You can love people and never be with them again, because if it's not, you know, if it's not conducive to your growth and it's not to build a kingdom, what we doing anyway, you know? So we ain't getting attached to just being in love. You can be in love all you want. What else? What else? Is there some longevity involved? Is there some establishment involved? You know? Shoot, and how you in love if you don't know how to treat the person that you call yourself in love with? Like, what? I should never have to get out of my body, because I'm really like a real chill person. But one thing I don't like is when people try to play on my intelligence. I don't like that. What's the topic? The topic is, you know, people think love is scary, and that's why it's so much immorality running around rampant out here. Everybody want to stay inside this shell and not show nobody their inner self because they too afraid. So it's nothing but STDs, babies out of wedlock, and immorality, because everybody is just too scared to be vulnerable with the next person. It's okay for people to see who you truly are. As a matter of fact, that's what I desire. I want you to know who I truly am. I don't want you just to feel like Man. Y'all, it is I had a lizard in my room yesterday. Did I want him to come on back home yesterday? Sure did. Come kill this lizard. Like I cannot stand lizards. I think that's the only time where I just be like, bruh. Like, bruh. Cause when he be, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, for some reason I think lizards is scared of my ex, right? Because when he here, it don't be no lizards here. But ever since he been gone, it's lizards here. What? Confusion brings you back to where you stray away from. Yeah. Yeah. God is love. God is so good, y'all. So that's another thing. Don't kill it. It won't do nothing to you. Oh no, we kills them. We kills them. And that's why I was looking at that bottle of water, because the wind, because I got my air on and it hit the bottle of water started rolling on the ground. I thought it was another one. Oh, we kills them. I spray them with 90% alcohol or bleach. And then we can pick them up and throw them away. Why did we break up? Why did we break up? I would say that we broke up because I think that I can't really say why, because we can say that, dang, she fine, thank you. I can say that no, I do know why, but what I'm saying is the very last part of why was because it got very it got ugly. Say it again, Darnell. Daryl, what did it say, Daryl? He said y'all broke up because he was being narcissistic and you got tired of it. Yeah, we can say that. We ain't gonna say no details, but I can say that I feel like mentally, talking about some you acting like Kamala Harris right now. No, because I'm a Trump supporter. Don't do me. But look, y'all, mentally, I was not okay. I'm gonna tell y'all mentally. I'm gonna say mentally, I was not okay. That's what we just gonna be honest about, because I tried. I could say all the way from, it started 6 months. At 6 months, we should be married. I'm just saying, because I'm one of them. You feel me? But the fact that we still playing monkey in the middle is giving. It's giving. Definitely gotta let, you gotta allow people to really have time to themselves for them to realize what it is that they want. So, yeah, but mentally I was not okay. And I think, and to be honest, I don't even think the person know this, because I never really expressed it. I just kept, like I said, I kept piling things up, and then I exploded. So honestly, I think the very first time that I realized that he was a person who was just on some really still indulging in his past, or like whether it been sending women pictures, or like just unaware. Even when it came to, like I said a couple of days ago, this was literally 2 days before we completely stopped talking, and I still was trying to ignore, and like, I don't know why I was doing that. But we were sitting out and we were having food or whatever, and he opened up his wallet to pay for the bill, and I saw this little card that says, "Hi, Frida." I saw this little card. It says, "I love you." And I was like, "Well, who bought you that wallet?" He was like, "I got it when I got out." He didn't give me a straight answer. And I don't think he understands how much of manipulation this is. He didn't give me a straight answer. He didn't say, "Oh, my ex bought me this," or like, my friend or whatever. He didn't say that. He said, "I got this when I got out." Whole time I'm knowing it's a woman, because why would it have the card in here saying that? You know what I'm saying? But even up until that day, it wasn't even so much about the incidents, whether it be the ex calling saying happy birthday, or like, none of the actual events is what mattered. It was the fact that you keep allowing things to make it to my face, And now you want me to forgive and forget, and like now I gotta keep putting band-aids on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just not cool for me. Thank you. Somebody you love to hear. Thank you so much. I appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all sub to the channel, gang. Make sure that y'all always make sure don't come on here talking to her like that, because she's showing me love, and that's what we need, Daryl. She ain't saying nothing wrong. She ain't saying nothing wrong. Don't do her like that. But yeah, so honestly, just to be honest with y'all, I think that the very first time that I found him to be somebody who didn't know how to protect me mentally and emotionally, that is when I was supposed to step away. And in that matter, I didn't show myself enough self-love, because I was supposed to step away and just live my life, not do the whole love thing, not do the cohabitating thing, not doing any of it. Until maybe he spent the block again, and maybe I was able to observe that now he's more attentive and that he can now protect me in that manner. I feel like only then should I have entertained a relationship. I was not supposed to already see something that was damaging to me and constantly keep trying to overlook and like tell myself lies. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just telling myself lies, and I was even believing the person lies. Oh, well, you know, they don't know, or they don't pay attention to things like that. How can you not pay attention to something that you see in your wallet every single day? How? And if you really have not paid attention to it and you really didn't see it, that's how I know the enemy is using you to attack me. Because what type of person are not, I'm talking about, I'm attentive to every single thing that's in this room right now. I don't know if that's just who God made me to be or whatever, but you cannot tell me that you wake up every single day and you pick up this wallet that this woman purchased for you, and you open it up every day, whether it's to pay for something with your credit cards, whether it's to look for your ID, whatever it is, and you look at this card that says, I love you, yada, 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 whatever it says. You cannot possibly tell me that you have not in 5 months realized what's going on. But honestly, I feel like that was God revealing things to me to let me know I was not tripping. Because how come out of all of these months now I'm seeing this card fall out your wallet and it's been with you all of this time? The devil definitely was working. Okay? And I know for a fact that I'm like spiritually high ranking, and it's like my calling, a lot of thousands and millions of people are going to be blessed by what God do in my life. And so sometimes I have to be very, very aware of the people that I allow in my life, right? They have to be spiritually discerned. They have to be wise. They have to be attentive. They have to be like woke. You know what I'm saying? They can't be just like the Walking Dead. They can't just be asleep, because an idol's mind is the devil's playground. The devil's going to use the very person who is the closest to you, who is not spiritually aware of spiritual warfare, of the spiritual things. Because anybody who's spiritually aware know how much attachments mean. That means anything that in my house that is somebody who I don't deal with, whether it be lady, like even my female friend, one of my female friends, I realized that she was really jealous of me. Like she really like wanted my life really bad. And so what I did was, anything that she had ever bought me, I cleaned it out. I don't want it in my house. Why? Because I don't know if you somewhere sitting with some type of medium trying to cast something on me based off any type of gift that you gave me. So I'm cleaning that energy up out my house, up out of my environments, up out of anywhere around me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody not aware of those type of spiritual things, but I mean, wisdom comes from God. So maybe you got to go before God and get that wisdom for yourself. But I can't constantly keep letting things pile up on me. And now I'm patching myself up, and you calling me crazy for the things that you doing. It's just not, it's not clicking, Stephen. Okay? It's not making any sense. But that's why I said emotional and mental abuse is just like physical abuse, because that goes on longer and it's happening on a daily basis. You literally can have somebody have a mental breakdown, an aneurysm, a heart attack, a stroke, just all because they're so stressed in your presence. They so stressed because they're trying to hold on to something when you're not doing your part. You got to do your part, bro. Like, you supposed to protect the person you love from all outside entities. He said, I don't know why, but I keep coming back to this live stream because Yah is here. I love a woman with real hair and do got it. Answer the question, Kamala. What's the question? Do you think you was the side piece? I definitely wasn't the side piece. He literally. Oh no, I never was no, I wasn't no side piece. I definitely, like, it wasn't about like he literally, we lived in the same house. Like, it's not the time I'm gonna call him, he not gonna answer, he gonna always come through for me. Like, no, definitely not doing no side piece games. He wouldn't even play with me like that, but it was things that I don't know if he felt like safe to hold on to because he didn't know if I was gonna end up loving him or liking him the way that I did. But just to show you it's mine, I wanna treat you special like no one ever did. I've been with triplets, I've been with twins. Cause baby, you are the star of the show still. Hey. Ever since let me see what y'all saying. I do like a woman with real hair. I have to sleep because I'm in Sweden. All the way from Sweden. I brushed my teeth. Are you stupid? I don't know why I keep coming back to this live stream. Why? Thank you. Anton, I keep finding my way back here too. Thank you for joining the stream. I'm in Sweden and there is pitch black and like 9 p.m. and I have school tomorrow. Oh, by the way, new subscriber, thank you. And have a good day at school tomorrow. Ever since I pretty Hi. You hurting my feelings. What he say to you, girl? Let me see. Because I ain't even... We need some minds in here. I'm telling you. Because sometimes when I'm talking, I don't even be thinking about Jay Glover in Florida. Stop the BS. Why are you saying that? Thank you, Jay Glover. Definitely not giving out no numbers on here. But anywho. All right, Frida, come back again. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you next time. But yeah, I just feel real free. And we wasn't even supposed to be talking about my relationship. That's how, like, what? We supposed to be talking about why people think love is scary. And I guess I did give good examples. Because why they are afraid to trust, they're afraid to be vulnerable to other people, and they're afraid to fix things about themselves. I'm so kind. I am. I really am. You have a great day. I'm really a beautiful hearted person. Like, anybody who say anything about me, if they say something about me being mean or something, it's because they did something to me. It ain't nobody who gonna say I was just mean. Well, guys would say that because I don't really, like, I be giving them the stank eye all the time. Guys can say that I'm mean, and that's what they deserve, because if you too nice to a guy, they gonna run rapid. Like, you gotta be mean to them, because only the ones who really, really for you gonna stay. They gonna get through all of that. Like, girl, I'm keeping my eye on you, because you messing with people in my life. Frida came here with good energy. She didn't come here with no mean girl energy or nothing. But yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna just be honest to y'all. The reason why we came on this because to make the world a better place, I think that first we should definitely have discernment when we choosing, and definitely be patient enough to really see what's going on and like weed out who's supposed to be in our life and who not. However, when you finally do get a person that you feel like is worth the energy, good afternoon. Whenever you find a person that you feel like is worth the energy, love them. Okay, love them. Don't let nothing change your heart. Don't let past experiences, that part. Don't let nothing change your heart, like for real. Because that's why everything is how it is right now, is because one person probably did something to you and you feel like, oh, you can't love no more, all of this other immature stuff. That's not what it is. Anytime you go through a situation, just feel like I said, evaluate it and really see stuff for what it is. Because if I was so stuck on, oh, I don't want to love no more and all this, I would have never saw the fact that I would have never saw the fact, I mean, I'd rather have happiness than love. I feel you on that, because everybody who in love is not happy, you know. But see, in my situation, we had a lot. I feel like our good times outweighed the bad, so that's why I can't really ponder on what happened. All I can do is think about what I need to do to better me, and just continue to pray for the person. Because if I'm praying for the person and God continuing to work on them, ain't no telling, you know, whatever. I don't know, but I'm not even stuck on that part, because even if God say that that's not my person and he send me somebody else, I just want to be right. So that's my only focus. My only focus right now is just like making sure that I made all of the right moves on my end, because I know that aside from a relationship, God don't want me to get to a high mountain of influence and then people can just snatch me down because they do something and then I lash out on somebody. Blessings, but it's spooky out here. Oh, it's real spooky. Okay, that's why I was willing to chill with who I was with, because he ain't the worst. He ain't nowhere near the worst. He ain't nowhere near the worst. It's just a couple of things that I pray that, you know, he can really understand. Or if, you know, if he ever, you know, whatever, whether he want to understand it or not understand it, that's up between him and God. But he ain't the worst, and I thank God for him. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for him, because it's some spooky situations out here. Okay, like I ain't never woke up with no STDs. He ain't never put his hands on me. He ain't disrespectful. Like, he definitely a provider. He you know, like he really a good guy, but on the external. You know what I'm saying? Like on the external, you have to still learn how to love the woman on the internal, and it take work. It's not, oh, I tried for 2 days and we still not seeing eye to eye, so now I'm finna jump ship, or I tried for 2 weeks. Like, that is not how relationships work, in case you never been in one. But he has not been in one, nothing serious anyway. Like, I would say, like, I'm the first real serious relationship. So I just feel like the growth is gonna come, the wisdom is gonna come, and let the future just be what it's gonna be. Twisted crimes make me so sad. Oh wow. What is twisted crimes? What is that? Honestly, now that I think about it, when I said, like, I don't know why I kept on trying to just patch up certain things and just keep going in my relationship. And honestly, I think that's why. Because I knew he wasn't the worst. You know what I'm saying? I knew that he truly had a deep desire for me, a true, I want to say a true love for me. But if you don't protect a woman's peace and her emotions, is that love? Is the question. So I would say that he had a deep passion for me, is what I would say. You need help, Daryl. When I say you need help, you need help. But that's why you one of my subscribers and you ain't in my personal life, because pew pew, you wouldn't even be able to handle me, because I'm a whole nother different type of breed. God ain't made a man that strong to put his hands on me. Oh, I'm very inspiring. No, for real. I be doing this because I love y'all. And I really be wanting other people to heal. I got healing energy. And the thing about me is I speak about the things that people want to speak about. I speak about mental health. I speak about self-development. I speak about relationships. I speak about business. I speak about spirituality. I don't care, like it or not. And then one thing about me, I honestly feel like God allowed me to go through things so that I have something to say. Like, so don't ever get it twisted. I wasn't bashing my man. I was just explaining, okay? Because if God bless him, you know, if he deliver him from certain things, what? Taking him right on back. He ain't the worst. But I can't do that mental, emotional damage. I can't. So I'm going to sit right here in peace with me and God until he figure that part out. Oh, okay. Okay. Don't be talking like that. He's talking about I put my hands on women when it's fun time, but still consensual. Never Ike. Yeah, because I ain't Tina. You feel me? Blink twice if you need help. You're going to be the one blinking because it won't be me. Like what? But no, I don't even want to be like that no more. I really just wanted to love him so bad. But if you can't even cater to me mentally and I ain't even pregnant yet, baby, you gotta go figure it out with God, because women go through way more emotions like when they pregnant, especially after postpartum. Like what? Definitely wanted to have a kid real bad. But like you got some, like we gotta grow. We gotta grow. Because postpartum is serious. What? So you got to know how to cater to me mentally and emotionally before we even get into a marriage or get into bringing children into the world and things like that. But yeah, I'm definitely sending my ex good energy today. I hope you feel good. Like, yeah, I'm honestly scared of women. They be so nice and polite, but out of nowhere, I'm like, ma'am, we are at the mall. Oh no, you have ops. You crazy. No, like literally, you have to really first of all, I want every man to find a man in their life that is a true provider and a true carer of a woman, right? And he's gonna be able to explain some things to you. It's only men that are like immature, low vibrational, emotionally unintelligent, things like that, to where they don't know how to love the woman from the inside. They only know how to love her externally, right? The affection, the love bombing, the dates, the you know, just the external things. But when you have to be taught by a man who really, really knows how to love women, that a woman is a reflection of you, right? So if your woman is acting out of character in any way, you have to look inside of yourself. Is there something I'm not giving? Am I being dismissive of her feelings? Am I not being a good listener? Am I not being attentive? Am I not being a provider? Am I not being just whatever? Like whatever it is, your woman is a reflection of how you're treating her. We're not talking about the women that just want to run over men and do them bad and emasculate them for no reason, because we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. We're talking about if you're in a situation with a guy who is just unaware of how to love you in that manner. Because some guys, I think some women do a poor job at raising their sons, just in a manner of, some women condone the bad behavior of their sons because they love their son so much. They be on some, oh, my son this and he that and that, and it's like, nah, not if, because when God brings forth my son, I'm going to make sure that I teach him the inner works of how to love a woman. Man, for real. He said, I saw you This Not My Hood video. It was funny how you was walking around looking around on alert. Not for real. Because I honestly feel like when I go out, I shouldn't have on jewelry and like Gucci and like this and that, because I don't want people to never be like, oh, it's a new girl in the hood. She be like, then they find out where I live, and then it's like nah. I prefer to just go out bare, but that day I had on everything and it was just like I'm honestly okay. What does it say? I'm going back to my jazz friends, looking at art, stuff like that. Love that. David's scared of women because he don't know how to handle them, treat them. Yeah, I didn't want. Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't want to be like no targeting, no type of way. Not even just that day, because I keep one on me. But it was just like I don't want people to start eyeballing work. Like, dang, I done seen her around here a couple times. Then now they seeing me going to my apartment. Like, I don't really want people to start being able to eyeball work like that. So I was just like, Hi everyone. Y'all is really doing y'all big one today, for real, for real. Thank you. Baby, you are the star of the show still. Ever since I seen your pretty out in Mobile. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't know if it's because I just got out of a relationship or what, but like I'm praying that he get himself together, because I feel like we was good together. It was just certain things that needed to be fixed. But I'm more of a stick and stay type of person than him. Much emotional damage he done put me through. I'm still like, whatever. We finna get this right together. We ain't even got no pictures. We ain't went out the country yet. Like, look, you need to get out your feelings and get it right so we can finish off this thing. Because apologize for what, David. My day is so good. My day is so good. I have a lash brand. I don't have a nail brand. I have a lash brand. It's called Stash Girls. Yes, I do plan on expanding. Yes, I do. Why do you ask? You can email me at donnathebillionaire@gmail.com for any business inquiries, or if you want to like partner or collab or anything like that. But yeah, I'm literally not bitter at all. I feel like I don't know if something wrong with me, y'all, but I feel like if he was to move on, I would be happy for him, because I know that that means God is sending me something better. But I still, in the same sense, feel like I still love him, and like I feel like our relationship not over. Do I supposed to feel it when it's over, or am I delusional? I honestly feel like I don't know. I feel like he's somewhere working on himself. I could be delusional. Don't get me wrong. It ain't like I just walk around here like, oh, can't wait to eat. Like, no, I don't do that. I just honestly feel like this was divine by God. Like, to be like, okay, I brought two people together that I really wanted to take care of each other, but they're not handling it properly. So let me just give them a little time and space so that I can bring them back together. Whatever. I don't know. And if it don't happen like that, I'm not mad. Like, I promise you, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. But I do feel like our love was just a different type. It was not like nothing that you see today in the world. Very, very successful. You remind me of my first. Aww. Grace, very joyful. Aww. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. He said, thank you for sharing. You're going to be very, very successful. And I am. I received that. God already spoke that over my life. So thank you. But yeah, so like, you know how like I could complain about, I don't want to belittle it, because I really want y'all to know that don't never feel like emotional and mental abuse is not abuse, because it is. It literally can drive you insane. And I'm just a strong person, so I didn't go insane. I didn't lose myself. But I know many women who have lost themselves because of mental and emotional abuse. They're in this relationship, it's years, they're not getting what they need, they putting their feelings aside. They are condoning bad behavior. Then now they are mentally foggy because they're depressed. They're in this relationship and they're not able to see their future. They're not able to see their what is it called? They're not able to see like their plans and stuff like that, because they're so consumed and captivated mentally by the mistreatment in their relationship, and so they completely lose themselves. And I just thank God that didn't happen to me. But it's only by the grace of God that didn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of people are afraid to let go. Like, I literally call my friend all the time. That's the only person I did ever talk to about my relationship, because she been with her dude like 8 years. And I be feeling bad because she be telling me, like, I'm not myself no more. Like, she really be venting, and it hurt me so bad to see that, because I'm talking about bad. Do you hear me? I'm talking about she really one of them ones. I'm talking about always was high class. She the only kid. Like, her mom love her to, like, love her. Like, she have support. So I be wondering, like, what, besides the fear of feeling like you can't have nothing better or not wanting to walk away, at what point do you no longer, like, when does all of the love for self just completely leave your being? That's what I'm concerned about, because I didn't feel that. I was able to keep my love for self, and I was still demanding things of my man, you know what I'm saying? Like, teaching him, like, no, you don't treat me like that, you treat me like this. We had that type of dynamic. Even though I felt like I was being mentally and emotionally handled improperly, we still had a dynamic where I was still voicing my opinion. I was still voicing what I needed. It wasn't like I just completely just shut down and just allowed him to treat me any type of way, and I just lost myself and like everything just went like down for me. It was like we still was in a space where I was expressing, no, I don't like being treated like that. I need to be treated like this. I don't like when you talk to me like that. I don't like when you respond to me like that. I don't like when you handle me like this. I don't like, you know what I mean? We had that to where that's constantly happening. But it's very scary when you see people in situations and they have completely been silenced. They are no longer verbalizing what they deserve or what they need or how they feel about things, and they are just existing in a situation, and they just turn it into like this dry form of a human. And that's just so sad, bro. It's really, really sad. It's so hurtful. I want to cry right now, because I'm so thankful that I made it out of that. You're right. I want to do more things. Agriculture, science, technology. You're absolutely right. You have to be goal-oriented. You do. We have to compromise sometimes, because there's always something better, but we can't obtain it. Everyone can be successful, but the Federal Reserve shreds 32 million a day. I'm finna come punch you. You the person who finna get it today, because why are you playing like that? For everybody on this live, what I need y'all to do is not speak nothing negative for the rest of this year and none of next year. And I'm telling you this for a reason, right? I've been blessed, very blessed, to have prophetic gifts, spiritual gifts. And anybody who is following me, who is believing for a restart, if you have been in any type of cycles of just like, say for instance, like every time you get into a relationship, it only lasts 3 months, then it's over with. Or it only lasts 5 months, then it's over with. Or you start a business and you work at it and you work at it and it doesn't produce anything. Or just any type of cycle of failure. Or if you're believing for it to reach a higher dimension, if you are believing for more spiritual gifts, anything, any elevation or next level that you're looking for, I just ask that you come into agreement with me, and that you do not complain or speak negatively out of your mouth for the rest of this year or the rest of next or the complete next year. Hello, how are you doing? If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Ain't no broke people in Dubai, so why can't we all get money? That's the part. Statistically, women start most divorce proceedings because the law favors women. What does that have to do with anything? Afraid to speak their mind out of fear of starting a new conflict. Bingo. Let's talk about it. Y'all waking me up today. Let's talk about it. So that is a thing, and that is a do you know that that's the trait of that's a characteristic of a victim of narcissism? Because why? Every time you bring up your emotions or every time you bring up something that concerns you, they act as if what? They don't want to hear it. You are nagging. They tired of you complaining. They always act as if your emotions are just too overwhelming and they don't want to address it. So then you get into the mindset of, I don't want to be problematic in my relationship. I don't want to run this person away. I don't want to be the one to start the conflict. And so you start to suppress your, I would say, your perspective, because it's not even just about emotions or concerns. We're gonna say perspective because perspective means a whole lot of things. It means your emotions, it means your concerns, it means your questions, whatever it is. You get to a point where, and that's what I'm saying to y'all, I felt like I loved the person that I was with so much, and not even just the person. It wasn't even so much that I loved the person. I loved the life that we were building. We just found a house, and like, we planning to get married, and like, we have a lot of good times together. I'm rehearsing the good things, and I'm telling myself that I want these things to last. Yeah. Why am I even emotional? You're perfect the way you are. You're a genuine person. Don't ever blame yourself. No, for real. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because that's crazy. I'm actually gonna go out and have a good time with myself in a minute. But anywho, so somebody said, thank you, David. You're perfect the way you are. You're a genuine person. Don't ever blame yourself. I love that comment. But so Mick said, suppressing their thoughts that are meant to be shared with the significant other. And that's the sad part. Because that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I feel bad for like my friends, the women that's going through that, because you do get to a point where it's like, well, if I'm supposed to be with you, why can't I express how I feel? How come when I'm talking, it's irritating you? How come when I'm talking, you don't want to hear? How come when I'm talking, you making me feel as if, oh, you starting another argument. Oh, we going back into the past. Oh, we talking about this again. But you can bring up any part of the past you want to. You know what I'm saying? Not only the past, it's still stuff happening right now today. Just 5 seconds ago, you got stuff falling all out your wallet. That's showing me you ain't cut all ties with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so sad, bro. It's so sad because whole time I'm depressed and I can't even tell the person because I don't feel safe. Like, either you're going to judge me or you're going to make it seem like I'm just blowing stuff out of proportion, or it's just crazy. It's crazy. But we good, y'all. We good. We good. You feel me? Pimpin' distress. Pimpin' distress, but we good. But yeah, it's a real thing. And the thing I love the most about this situation is that I gotta put my phone on D&D so that nobody don't call and mess up my live, y'all. But the thing I love the most about this conversation is these are all men. These are not even women. These are all men that's speaking. So it's not that men don't know. It's just that maybe some are just not mature in that area, or some are just not willing to learn. And that was another thing. Like, I feel like I'm talking about manipulation is real, because you can come, the person came into my life saying that they were willing to learn. But the moment you try to teach them, they are not receptive. Okay? So whole time I'm thinking that I'm teaching you something. I'm thinking that I'm teaching you how to love me. I'm teaching you what I need from you, because you don't know, right? That's what you said. But when I'm teaching it to you, it's, like it's always it never makes it through. It's always like, oh, we going over this again, or we talking about the past, or it's always about this and it's always about that. Mind you, anytime it's a situation, no, I'm a fan. Exactly. You're gonna be all right. You're taking the steps to overcome your pain. Yeah, but anywho, it's like, that's how you know you're dealing with a manipulator, or you're dealing with some type of narcissistic demonic energy, because they're gonna try to silence you. That's what the enemy wants you to do, to be silent. Because if you actually voice your opinion, you might actually be able to change things, whether it be changing the actions in the person, because the person probably unwillingly being used anyway. So he probably don't even know what he's doing. But the enemy wants you to keep your mouth shut, because if you speak, the truth might actually penetrate their heart. They might actually change. Or you might speak out and you might actually heal another person that's hundreds and millions of miles away, who might be hurting, that needs healing, and the healing came through the testimony that you gave, or just hearing you speak, or like the whole purpose. And then another reason for silencing the other individual is to have control. If I can only silence them, maybe they might actually start to accept some of the things that I'm doing to them. So if I can make her feel like every time she talks to me, it's annoying, and every time she talks to me, oh, you insecure, and it's always about women. Whole time we talking about decision making and emotional intelligence, but you missed it because you wanted to make it seem like I'm speaking about women all the time. Okay. But the simple fact of, if we actually voice our opinion, I mean, if they can actually silence us, right? That means that now that I got you feeling like every time you talk to me, you insecure, now you probably won't bring this up anymore. So next time I do something, I won't get addressed about it. So now we're going through long periods of, so this is the thought of a female. I don't know why we think like this, right? And I think a lot of people need to stay off the internet, because all this be a nigga piece is crazy. Okay? I'd rather be a nigga headache if it mean I'm gonna get treated good. Okay? So in the back of your mind, you're thinking, if I just choose to pick my battles and I don't argue about every single thing, our relationship will get better. What? So the relationships get better by you not addressing the issues? The math's not mathing. Okay? The math's not mathing. Like, the only way for things to get better is to address and have those uncomfortable conversations. Because if we never have the conversations, you don't know that I feel this way, and you'll never change your actions. Right? So how is me silencing the way that I feel and keeping it all inside and internalizing, how is that helping us? Let's be clear. Because like how it happened, it does nothing but pile up, and then the person explodes. Exactly. People say be a nigga peace and really be condoning their BS. Let's be clear. That's all you're doing. All of these women who never address the man about nothing he's doing, or that just, oh, long as he coming home to me, I don't care about nothing he do. Are you dumb? Are you waiting to wake up with that one thing that you cannot cure? Are you waiting for another woman to come bring her baby to your house and tell you that it's his? Oh, okay. So we just not addressing things around here. All right. But that's not in my nature. You know what I'm saying? People might call me, you know, I don't know. So women like me who actually voice their opinions or who try to bring change by truth, deliverance comes through knowledge, okay? If you don't know, you can't change. So people who actually address the hidden things, those are the people that get demonized. We too naggy. We too this. We too that. Because what men that are deceptive, manipulators, narcissistic people, what they want is a stepping stool. They want someone to walk on. They want someone that's going to worship them, feed their ego, and condone their BS. Okay? So the women who make him feel like he all this and who that, and who never question him or never hold him accountable or never challenge nothing that he do, they're appealing because it's easy. It's easy. It does not force him to look inside of himself to become a better person. Becoming a better person is just too much for some people to handle. Okay? Like, everybody's not here for self-growth. I love for you to tell me something about myself so I can fix it. You were not meant for each other, and your problems were too big. But you have to bring peace in your next relationship, and please don't generalize, because not all men are like the ex. No, for real. I feel you. I'm not like that. I don't generalize. I go off of how I'm telling you, this is probably how I got into the situation I was in. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. You ain't guilty till proven innocent. You are innocent till proven you ain't done nothing to me. Until I started to seeing the pictures and the this and the that, then I was like, tis. You obsessively pursuing me. How do you have time to send me all these paragraphs and call me all these times and pull up at my Airbnb every chance you get if you got all these people that you entertain? I'm just confused. Baby, you got too much time on your hands. Have fights and make love. Actually, that's a very low vibrational activity. To have fights that make what? We not on none of that. We on high vibrations. We not having no fights. We making love because we love each other. Because we're healthy. Because we're happy. Because he treat me so good that I can't wait to give him some of this. That's what I'm talking about. We ain't giving up stuff condoning bad behavior. That's like a kid going to steal at the store, and then when they come home and say, Mama, I stole this from the store. You say, ha, give them a high five and then give them their allowance. No, you get no allowance and give me that, and I'm finna eat it in your face, because you do not condone bad behavior. And that's exactly what you're doing when somebody emotionally and mentally damages you, and then you turn around and want to lay with them. It's giving very much low self-esteem. Because you're not requiring anything of the person. You're not requiring the person to become a better person for you. You're not requiring the person to treat you the way God treats you. Don't do what again? I'm abstinent, baby. You ain't got to worry about me doing nothing. And the next man he gonna come all the way correct, okay? To fully love your companion, you have to think from the other's perspective to find common ground. That is true, David. That is so true. Because I felt like that was the only thing that I was doing. But I feel like I wasn't getting it in return. I think it was too much mentally for him to step inside my shoes and see how I feel. Or either the person didn't care to. And if that was the case, maybe that's why God separated us. Because honestly, when God separates you from somebody, you fail to realize that God can see what they're doing to you behind your back. All of the things that you can't see, all of the days that I felt it in my spirit that something was happening, maybe God knew things that I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be clear. Some of us, God love. And he never let nobody just come in my life and do me dirty. Anybody who ever came in my life and even tried to play with me, they received judgment from God. And I'm going to just be clear about it, because the reason why is because I'm fully surrendered to Christ. I am at his feet every day on some, how can I live more like you? I wasn't out here looking for no boyfriend that I could lay with. I could care less. I was abstinent to be married. That's how you met me. That's how I'm going to be once you're gone. Like, David, I don't know why they retract the messages, but I hope you ain't saying nothing crazy. Okay, how do God treat you? Let's be clear, because I was trying to explain this when Portia was on here, because she was speaking straight from God. Like, that confirmation that she gave me, that was from God. But so let me tell y'all, I wanted to say this a long time ago. So last year I lived in Atlanta, right? And when God wants you to finally see his hand so that you can literally fully come over to his kingdom, he show up presently in your life, okay? So I lived in Atlanta, and when I had went there, I found a beautiful house. It was beautiful, nice community, everything. Bus come straight to the gate and get the kids and all, you hear me? So I paid like, how much did I pay? I paid like $3,000 maybe to move into the house. And after me staying there for maybe like 2 months, I had got a note on the door that I was unlawfully occupying the property. So come to find out, the person that I was paying the rent to did not own the house, okay? So imagine me being out of all of this money and having to move. I go to court, I meet with the landlord and everything, and they was like, you know, you basically been scammed. You was paying somebody who don't own it. But guess what God did? The owner gave me time to move. He didn't even say when. He didn't even say when. So, long story short, I went a whole entire year paying no rent. No rent. That was the grace of God, because we were in court. They could have ordered me to leave right then and there, not caring about me, my kids, or the money I lost or nothing. That was grace. 3rd day living in Atlanta, right? This was even before I found out I was being scammed out my house. 3rd day living in Atlanta. If anybody who knows anything about like cities in Atlanta, there are no sidewalks. It's nothing but a street, and then you have the side where it's nothing but woods, and like literally you can fall down on the side of the road, literally down in a real deep ditch. So I don't know what's going on out there. I wonder how many people is out in the woods. But anywho, I walked to the store one day. I don't remember what I needed. I walked to Family Dollar. Family Dollar, it's so crazy how God set everything up to work in my favor. God said that all things work together. But let's get into the story, because y'all want to know how God shows up. God will show you as a woman, because we are his bride. Not even just as a woman, but God showed me how not only to love myself, but he showed me so much love. And he basically told me, like, if a man don't treat you how I treat you, it's not it. It's like God wanted to show me love so that when he finally sent my husband, I know that it's him, right? And don't get it twisted, because counterfeits sometimes come looking like the real thing. They will do everything right, but then the enemy will reveal itself like, this is a counterfeit, because God wouldn't send you. God is, you gotta, when you want to know what's of God, you gotta compare it to the word of God. God is not a confusion. God is not double-minded. God don't, he not into fornication and all this and that. So if you got something that's bringing you back into what God is not, you might want to question that. So anywho, I walked to the store, and me and my kids was like, mama, like, we was like, how we gonna live out here when we don't have no car out here? It's no sidewalks. How we gonna get where we need to get? Like, this was my first time ever experiencing anything like that. I'm from the city. I'm from Detroit. Like, we got sidewalks, okay? Like, so, third day, I cannot make this up. Third day after I prayed and told God I didn't know how I was going to make it in Atlanta without a car, I got an email. An approval of a car from Drive Time. A car I did not apply for. Okay? So I called them, and they were like, and I was like, so, you know, what do I need to do? But I said, whatever. They was like, you don't need to do anything. You've already been approved by this loan company. You know that's God. You have to literally sit with the dealer and get approved by a loan company. It was literally the loan company that sent me the approval in my email. I never applied to no loan company, bro. So all I did was went up to the place. All I had to put down was $1,200. I drove off with a 2019 Kia Optima, brand new car. Third day in Atlanta, right? So not only did he put me in a new whip, brand new one, he made it to where I didn't have to pay rent for a whole entire year. And then the whole time that I was there, when I tell you, God was like pampering me. Like, I'm talking about, I was so spoiled in this season. I could not even tell you how it was just money overflowing. It was opportunity overflowing. It was people coming into my life that was literally sent to help me. Like, God was present. And I knew that I was in my marriage season because God had isolated me. Before this time, I had not even a strong desire to be no wife. I was like a young turnt type of, you know, having my way out here type female. All of a sudden, God started to speak to me about traits of being a wife, which means like, you know, watching what I say to my husband. This is something that he has been teaching me for 2 years now, this year and last year. I haven't mastered that yet. I just realized that. But nevertheless, these are things he was teaching me in that season. He was teaching me like how to be a wife, like how not to just run from everything. Every guy who I ever was dealt with, I used to get gone on them. I ain't about to lie to you. I used to get gone. It was never just no sitting and dealing with stuff. I used to get gone on people. Let me see. God put you here to make. Daryl, you on some weird stuff. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and I might have to remove you from off here. I live in Atlanta. Hey, girl. I'm not British. He said, what? Who said that God put this ex person in my who said that God sent him to me? Yeah, we don't hide user from this channel. So we just hey everybody. So I had to take Daryl off of here because obviously he is not here for the good purposes. But anyway. So anyways, out of nowhere I started to get this desire that I needed to learn how to be a wife. I know it came from God because that was never my MO. I was all about my bread. I was all about my kids. And I knew that God had a purpose for me. And it didn't necessarily have nothing to do with a man, right? So during this isolation phase, not only did God pamper me and just like show me that I didn't have to look for a man to provide for me, that he would take care of me regardless to what, God also on a double-edged sword of that showed me that if I bring a man into your life, this is how he's going to love you. He's going to love you. It's a scripture God led me to in the Bible, and it says that the love that a man displays for his wife is how he loves himself. It reflects how he loves himself. It also talked about, you know, that he would obtain favor from God, and, you know, that the wife will be this, you know, something that God will give this man that will be of value to him, right? So something of value, what does God want you to do with it? He wants you to take care of it. He wants you to handle it properly, right? So not only in this time did he take care of me and show me how a man supposed to love me and show me how much he loved me and show me how to love myself, guess what else he did? He started to, like, grant me spiritual access. And we ain't gonna talk about too much of that, but, like, basically God will reveal hidden things to me. So then I really knew, like, okay, this is a spiritual thing. You have to really pay attention if you're in any type of isolation. Sometimes it may feel like you're going through so much that how could God be here? Sometimes it might feel that way. But if you literally step away from the carnal minded side of it, the worldly side of it, and you really look at the spiritual aspects of what's happening, you'll be able to see God present, right? So before I finish the story, if you ever in a situation where you feel like God has separated you from all your friends, and maybe I could use myself for example, my brand new car that God gave me, somebody hit it. And when they hit it, it was still drivable. It ain't like I had to just, you know, give up my car or nothing like that. But, you know, another blessing came on top of it. I got paid out a settlement. So I had a brand new car and I had a couple racks. You feel me? So it's like God was there. But somebody who didn't look at it from a spiritual eye would think that everything's going crazy. I just got a new car. Somebody hit my car in the shop. I got to sit in the house. Whole time, God is present. You're sitting in the house because when you were driving around in that new car, you wasn't making time for God. And he wanted to show you something. And if he didn't sit you down, you would have never picked up what he was trying to put down for you. You feel me? So if you find yourself in like a place of isolation, know that God is present. It is something that he's trying to show you. You are probably on the brink of a breakthrough, and you're probably leveling up, and it's something that he wants to show you before he releases you to be exposed to people, right? So in this time of me being isolated, God was teaching me many things. Like because I finally started being, you know, serious on YouTube and everything, and people were attacking me with comments and like negative this and like death threats, sending me stuff through my messages and through my Instagram and everything. And God was teaching me, like, don't read comments, don't respond, like, don't let people get you out of whack. It was a lot of things that he was teaching me in that time, along with the fact of how to be slow to anger and how to treat my husband, and like certain things he was teaching me during that time, right? So for a whole entire year, I experienced love, true love from God. So he told me that when he released me to go out into the world, that I will be married, I will be receiving something, but it's supposed to look like the love that God showed me. So that is why I'm so blessed and so thankful that even in this situation, I was able to, and I'm just so thankful that God didn't show me that love through another person, because I would then idolize the person. If God sent, if it's another human being making you feel this way, you're going to start to idolize the person. Oh, I can't feel this feeling unless I'm with them. Like, nah, it wasn't like that. God separated me from everything. It wasn't a human. It wasn't flesh showing me love. It was God showing me love, being present, paying my bills, and providing me new stuff. I only had one man in my life ever buy me a car. And that was when I was like 20, 21. For the Heavenly Father that people say cannot do things and you can't see him and all this, for him to literally walk me straight into the dealership and me pull out in a new car, you can't tell me ain't no God. You hear me? So my thing is this. Thank you. Thank you. So it was just so beautiful for me to experience the love of God so present, so tangible in my life for an entire year, to where Nobody can't tell me God ain't real. You can't tell me that miracles don't exist. You can't tell me that faith don't work. Okay? And then it's very few things that can get over on you in life when you experience the love of God firsthand, because it's not like you're searching and believing in things that are not real. You saw the love of Christ firsthand. So therefore, when this person is in your life and they are mentally abusing you and not loving you properly and not willing to give you the things that it takes to actually be in a relationship, you are able to identify that something is wrong here. Because if you never experienced that true love from God, I think that is why people stay in situations so long and lose their self, because they have not separated long enough to experience the love of God, to know that this is not what I deserve. Because God didn't treat me this way, so why am I gonna let you treat me this way? If God loved me enough to allow open heavens to open over my head and pour me down blessings, why would I allow you to keep me in a dark space? I want everybody to experience that love from God. That is true. It says God's blessings come on time, not when you want it. It's a lesson of patience and a test of your faith, and that is correct. But one thing that I want to tell you is you have to leave room for God to move. If you always relying on man, or you always relying on self and thinking you can do it yourself, and you're always just going like a hamster wheel, like a chicken with your head cut off, you moving here, you doing this, I'm doing this, and you never leave room for God to move, you won't see it. We're not talking about being lazy or procrastinating or being delusional. We're talking about getting into a quiet space with God to where nothing in the world matters but giving him you. And it's not because you want something. It's because, God, this is the only place I feel safe. This is the only place that I feel secure, and that I feel true joy and true peace. And you just enjoy the presence so much that you just stay there. That is when you're going to see God move. Because now you're reliant on God. You're no longer trying to do it for yourself. You're no longer, oh, if this man don't pay my rent, I don't know how it's going to get paid. What? Do you know how much God loved me? If you decide you want to walk out and not pay my rent, God will. God will. And you got to know that he will. If I go to the city and I don't know nobody, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. You have to know that God will be there. He will be with you during, like, you have to literally be fully relying on God. Why? Because God said that my promises are backed by the honor of my name. If you fully rely on God and your heart posture correct, and you literally stripped yourself of all sin, and you literally walking with God, he's gonna show up for you. I don't know about nobody else, and I can't say that people who still doing their own thing, like, if you say that you haven't seen God move in your life, maybe you need to reevaluate your life. But if you literally are not giving over to willful sin, and you're a spiritual being, you have killed your flesh so much. I hate that I said that K word, because I don't know if they're gonna monetize this video, but anywho, if you starve your flesh enough, how come the 3 books of Enoch is not in the Bible? Oh, it's not in the Bible, even though the Enoch was the disciple. I put macaroni noodle. Okay, we're gonna get you out of here. Hide user from this account. I used to be like that. I was overworking myself and constantly adding to my plate. What about speaking these into existence and thanking the Lord in advance for the breakthroughs and the doors he's going to open? That's called faith, baby. That's what that's called. And it's not even just about speaking. It's about actually believing what you're speaking. And I think that's where a lot of people mess up with all this manifestation. They're saying it, but they don't believe what they're saying. Or it's opening. We don't always see things, but the Lord is making things happen that we may not see or understand yet. That is correct. So one thing that I've just recently, I say in the last 3 years that I've learned, is that when I pray, I'm not praying because I'm hoping that God will, or asking him to do something that I don't know if he's going to do. I'm already praying from a posture of expectation. I know that he's already doing it. Why? Because the Bible says that he answered me before I was even done praying. He knew what I needed before I even started praying. Okay? So we're going into prayer with expectation. And the only reason why we pray is because we're just spending our time with God. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're indulging with spiritual warfare. Like if you're being a proactive intercessor, you're praying against any type of attacks or activity that somebody could be stirring up a pot on you, but you being proactive. You're going into the spiritual realm and you're protecting yourself proactively, not after it happens. Now you want to try to pray off this stuff. Now you praying because you're proactively. The Bible says that angels encamp around those who fear God. Okay? So you're already in a posture of not only fearing God, but just loving him and just being in awe of God and just keeping your mind and being, you know, just with God. So, yeah. I don't even know how we got on that. What are we talking about? Oh, we was talking about the experiencing God love firsthand, right? So, our passage through time is now unburdened by what has been. I'm looking so cute, y'all, that I'm actually about to go outside. For real. But apart from prayer, reading the Bible and listening to sermons, are there other ways you spend time with the Lord? So it's not actually, those are really good ways. But when I say spend time with God, I mean that we're talking about mind, will, and emotions. Even if I'm not listening to anything, or if I'm not reading my Bible, or if I'm not praying, it's a place in the spiritual realm where you can go. And God help me to explain this. It's a spiritual place. It's a place in the spiritual realm where you can go to where your spirit is so high, right? Because you're one with God in the spirit. It's like I'm walking around in the world, but I'm not really here with y'all. The whole time that I'm walking around, I'm just like, just meditating on God and just like talking to him and just like, it sounds crazy, but it's real, because I'm trying to help y'all come out of this, the physical realm and into the spiritual realm. Because first of all, one thing that I do is, when I want to be closer to God, I just turn down my plate. I fast, and I fast for long hours. I'm not going to say, it depends how I feel at that time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just fast till, 3 or 6 p.m. But sometimes when I really am just like pressing in and I want to kill my flesh because I want to become more spiritual, I don't eat for a really long time. And it's really just up to you. That's between you and God. You really, like I tell everybody, go before God and ask for grace, because you don't want to get faintish. You don't want to become nauseous. And you don't want to just be starving yourself. Some people are just starving themselves when they fast because they are not getting it into the spiritual realm. When you fast, you got to put on the full armor of God, because when you fast, you're more vulnerable to spirit. You're in the spiritual realm now. So when you get into the spiritual realm, you have to first protect yourself. I don't even know what that means. What does smash mean? Y'all better smash that like button. That's what y'all better do. But so when you go into the spiritual realm, you first. Am I friends with any YouTubers? Am I friends with any YouTubers? I am. Yeah, but they don't live here. I'm trying to find people in Tampa, which I need to start being on Threads, because I know it'll be a lot of people on Tampa doing YouTube. So look, when you get into a fast, right, you're killing your flesh to become more spiritual. And I keep saying that K word. I don't know if they're gonna monetize this video. I hope they do, but whatever. Anywho, you're denying your flesh to become more spiritual. So once you enter into the spiritual realm, you have to protect yourself. Right? Because some people experience nightmares or like spiritual attacks or anything when they start to fast, and that's because you're now becoming a spiritual being. Okay? So first you put on the full armor. then you repent, because when you repent, there's a remission of sin, right? And so now you have the authority to go before God and ask for protection, and get to asking God for certain things. Not only do you repent, you have to forgive. If you don't have a heart of forgiveness, it's gonna be hard for you to really reach what you're trying to reach in the spiritual realm. So put on the full armor, fast, forgive, repent. Those are the first things, because now you're in a spiritual realm and you're covered and you have the tools that you need to fight spiritually. Okay? And at that time, you might begin to see visions, you might begin to dream dreams, you might begin to hear the voice of the Lord. So then you have to really know what you're doing, what you're trying to do in the spiritual. What are you here for? What are you doing? Are you coming to fight dark forces that's fighting against you? Are you coming here because you are standing for something? Are you just wanting to be in a higher dimension? Are you wanting your spiritual gifts to be enhanced? Like, it's really levels. I guess y'all can just like ask me specific questions, because I don't want to ramble on about that. But the person asked me, what other thing can you do besides pray, read your Bible, and I forgot what else you said, but fasting is a really good thing. And then the reason why you got to know the word, y'all, is because that is your sword. That is your weapon. God's word can never, thank you. Say, oh my God, you're so pretty. But anywho, what was I saying? Baby, you are the star of the show still. That made me lose my train of thought. I just need somebody in a slingshot. I want to go right out there. But anywho, so yeah. Like I said, the word is the sword. That's what I was talking about. Because God's word cannot return to him void. Because God's word cannot turn to him void. Because God's word cannot turn to him void. Y'all heard that? Next. Because he is a man that shall not lie. Because God is not a man that he shall lie. He is not a man. He is not a human. He is not flesh like me and you. He shall not lie. Not only that his word cannot return void. Not only can he shall not lie, but what else? His promises are backed by the honor of his name. How do you know what's promised to you if you have not read the word? You cannot use the word and take it to God if you don't know what the word is. So that's why the Bible is so important, because when you're praying, you have to know what to pray. You have to have, this is my book of prophecies, y'all. Every time God speaks something to me, I write it down, because what do? I take his word back to him. God, you told me. God, this is what you told me. This is what you told me. And it's so prophetic, because they say I'm a dreamer. I had this book before I even started like recording my prophecies. I didn't even notice that it said that on the front of the book. All of a sudden, I'm to the end of the book and realize what it said on the front, and I bought the book. Listen, talking about God knew everything before it happened. But anywho, we got all off topic, but however, hi, whoever that is. So I feel like I was able to bounce back from the situation no matter how much mental captivity I was in, because God had already showed me love first. And I just advise anybody to experience the love of God before you decide to get into a relationship, because if you don't know, you haven't went through the process of God first teaching you how to treat other people, or him teaching you how to love yourself, or anything. Yeah, I'm just grateful for that, because I had a little teary-eyed moment, but I feel bad, because I know what it feels like to be in that dark space when somebody is like disregarding your feelings, or making you feel like what you talking about is irrelevant, or you nagging, or all you do is complain, or just in a place where somebody is not emotionally, and let me tell y'all this, just because somebody is lovey-dovey with you, or like giving you some of their time, or like taking you out on dates, or like opening your car doors and all that, those are traits of a gentleman. That doesn't mean that the person is emotionally available nor emotionally intelligent. Sometimes that's called love bombing, or sometimes that is the only way people have been taught to, that's how they've been taught. Like that's like the high school way of being taught of how to treat a girl. You know, your mom teach you to make sure that the girl don't touch the doors, and you know, that's kind of like a very, very, very mediocre way for you to show love. That doesn't necessarily mean that the person is emotionally available, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the person is emotionally intelligent. When it comes to emotional intelligence and emotional availability, that is when you get a person who's willing to step outside of themselves and the selfish needs that they have in order to really step on your side of the scale and really hear what it is that you need and try to love you from the inside. That's emotional intelligence. When I can hear what it is that you need, and I can actually step inside of your shoes and think about how you feel when certain things happen, so that I won't be the person to cause you that type of pain. Okay? Pick up what I'm putting down. What that lady say? Catch them diamonds. What's that? Y'all gotta watch her. I think it's called Diamond Rock. Please watch her YouTube. She really that for real. But yeah, I feel like it's a lot of reasons why people scared to love, but overall, love, God said love conquers all. Love conquers all. Love is like, love covers a multitude of sins. Like, y'all have no idea how powerful love is to God. And so what you want to do is be the type of person who's willing to change things about themselves. The reason why every time we ever woke up, I said, hey, you want to try it again? Let's go. Because I'm programmed to learn. I'm programmed to really change. I'm not the type of person who claims I want to learn, but I don't do nothing with the information, or I want to change, but like, nah, I'm willing to do the work. So you ain't supposed to just constantly keep jumping back into situations, but if you're able to stand it, just try again. Just get up and try again. Long as it's not tearing you down. Once it gets to a point where it's tearing you down, not just mentally, emotionally, financially, anything. If it's tearing you down, I don't know. But if you can stand the rain and you can see that it's growth on both ends, my advice to anybody is just keep on, like, and you with somebody who you really truly believe in, and you actually love, you know, the person, or you see a future with the person. My advice would just be I advise you to just put in the work, because nothing is easy. The easiest thing you can do is walk away from something. That's the easiest thing to do. That don't show no strength. If you actually try to put in the work, ain't no telling where it could be. If it's unhealthy, or if it's literally tearing you down, I'm not saying staying, nothing like that. But if you can see effort and growth, I would say, you know, try it, because people are not perfect. So, and that's the only reason why I decided to still deal in that situation that I was in, because, okay, he not the worst. He ain't perfect, but he ain't the worst. You know, we already got a family we building here, like, but that's neither here nor there. My husband is, are you saying my husband is in debt and hid it from me? What do I do? Your husband is in debt and he hid it from you. Why did he hide it from you? Credit card debt. Ooh, like, why did he hide it from you? Is it something that he was spending the money on that he didn't want you to know about? Because in that case, then that's when you get into is this person deceitful? Is this somebody that I can trust? Is this somebody who is irresponsible, who can literally lead my family astray and destroy us all because of his decision making? That's when you get into those deep conversations. But if it was just like, maybe he did something for the family, or he messed up and, you know, he's just trying to get out, because I personally don't have credit card debt, but I have some friends who literally got into some credit card debt, and they just, you know, they just was in a point in time where They used the resources that they had. It was something going on. He didn't want you to feel stressed from it. I feel like that's a protector. It's not a good thing, but he was trying to. It depends. You have to really get to the. You got the statements, babe. You know what he was spending the money on. Like, get them bank statements. Listen. The thing I love most about being a wife is you get to request the documents, baby. Let me see that time card so I can make sure you was at work all them hours you said. Like, let me see them credit card statements so I can know what you was spending your money on. Oh, you was out on a date? Oh, you was at a hotel with who? Like, get them statements, boo-boo. Then you gonna know what decision you need to make. If it was just a genuine, just something that had nothing to do with no deceit or no infidelity or nothing like that, I don't feel like you should be so upset. But I do think that you should put some pressure on him to make sure that he handles that and he's being responsible, because we ain't finna just be letting our family go astray now. Now that's just pure craziness. That ain't what we doing. But if he asks to see my statements, I'm gonna give them to him. What do I care for? I ain't out with no man. You can see my statements, baby. I hope you pay something on them while you looking. What do I care for? Oh, you was. Look at my face. That's one thing I don't condone. Don't require something of somebody that you're not willing to give. If you was out doing something that you wasn't supposed to be doing, what you mean what you should do? You should go home and just be quiet. Because, like, if you was doing something you weren't supposed to be doing, y'all about even. What do you mean, what do you do? You go home and you cook dinner tonight. Yeah, that's what you do. Like, what? So it's okay for his debt since you're cheating. First of all, your cheating is not okay. Not okay. And like I said, I don't know the reason for his debt. If he had debt because he was cheating too, I feel like y'all one of the same. Y'all perfect for each other, because how do you cheat on your husband? That do cancel each other out, because, I mean, if he in debt and has nothing to do with infidelity, you in the wrong, because couples go through things, and financial stress is not necessarily a reason to fall out of love, divorce, or anything like that. Financial stress is gonna come. That we are in real life. It's gonna be times when I'm doing good. It's gonna be times when you doing good. It's gonna be times we both not doing good. It's gonna be times when we both doing good. But you know, God willing, it's gonna be a time we both doing good, and we gonna stay doing good, because that's how I see it. Once I'm back up, it's up. I'm the year that I've seen, I spent a good $23,000 this year, and I feel very hurt about it. But once I get it back, I'm not gonna make the same decisions that I made, even if it means taking myself home and buying a house that I don't pay no rent on. You hear me? But I feel like financial issues are inevitable. And when it comes to a marriage, we're talking about better or for worse. It might be a time where one person may be going through a sickness, which means they can't accommodate the other person the way they might need. But I would hope that in a marriage, that other person still sticks with the person who might be on that sick bed, because that is what marriage is about. Having a lifelong partner to get through life with and to go through things with. That's somebody who's going to be there for you. Like, to a certain extent, that's half the reason why I still love my person, because when I was in the hospital, he was right there with me. And it's like, hey, we can go through life and you be this down. Let's do this. We ain't dealing with no infidelities, but like certain things are priceless. So, He can keep spending if he wants. I'm gonna keep having my sneaky links. I think you trolling me right now. You definitely being funny. You trolling me right now. Cause somebody who cheating ain't even worried about why her husband's spending no money. Hi from Portugal. How you doing? Nah, honestly, I just feel like y'all need to find some type of common ground. First of all, you need to stop cheating because that's against the law of God. Marriage is a covenant. Thank you. And thank you for coming. Just like to enjoy with me. Even if you trolling me, you playing around, just thanks for even coming and having us, giving us a topic to talk about. Cause but to everybody else, we're not even just talking to this person because I really think she trolling. But marriage is a covenant that is honored before God, y'all. It's honored before God. And a lot of people think that, oh, everything got to be going right and then I got to get married. Like, no. You get married because it's what God called you to do, and you save yourself from immorality, and God blesses your union. It says it there. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Okay, that's the first part. He finds a good thing. The end says what? And obtains favor from God. So once you take the step that God has called you to take, which is the marriage, you obtain favor from God. He's now going to favor you, man. He's now going to favor your union, your household, because you obeyed his commandment. You obeyed his law, I would say. It's not one of the commandments, but I'm saying, like, y'all got to understand. You don't do it your way and then do it God's way. You do it God's way first and your way after. I mean, not even your way. You do it God's way first and everything is going to be added, okay? So, let me just throw that out there because it's like people who just, oh, I got to have all this and all that. Y'all fail to realize if y'all would have actually got married before having immoral stuff, God will literally bless your union because you have, that's a covenant before God. Y'all have no idea what marriage means to the land. How important it is to God. How much healing it brings to the land. But that's another topic for another day. This girl's crazy. Honestly, I don't even know. I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, I don't know how women cheat because even after I separate from my person, it takes me a little while to even want somebody like don't touch me. If we friends, if we go to like out to a football game or like just general. I'm personally right now not doing nothing, you know what I'm saying, going out or whatever. But my thing is, if I was to go out with a friend, oh, trust me, it's gonna be strictly friendship. Don't touch me at all. Because I'm not feeling that way right now. I'm still feeling the same way that I did about the person that I was with. It takes me months. If not, like, I don't know. It take me a while before I start even want any type of physical interaction with another person. So y'all girls who literally can do that, more power to y'all. Cause I can't do it. Our organs are internal. That means you have multiple people entering your body. You have to be kind of soulless to be okay with that. Now, men are different. You know, men are different. I don't know how they feel, you know, in that manner. I don't know. I can never understand how a man feel because his organs are not internal, but you got to be inside my body. No. I don't like it. I'm gonna be in a very, very much serious relationship if I ever lay with another person. That feels disgusting. Whole time you thinking about the person you in love with while you doing this to somebody else. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. And then it's like, not only that, You're not even spiritually detached from the person yet. It's crazy. It's crazy. So now you have multiple spirits you attached to. Whew. You're a bad man pajama, even in pajamas. Like, what? Whew. And then jumping into a bed with somebody new is not going to heal you. It's not going to bring you no type of clarity. It's not going to do nothing more but confuse you. Now you're going to think you like two people. You're just crazy. You gonna be, hey Connor, how you doing? You gonna be now confused. Do I really love this person? Do I really love this person? Like, it's just confusion. Are you crazy? Hello? I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad you called me. No, I'm literally stuck in Tampa. They can't even get to school. The tree fell on my car during the hurricane and everything. I'm in like one of the most challenging times I ever seen. So I wish, because they love it there. And I know y'all love my kids, but it's like, I'm literally stuck right now. Yeah. Yep, they are. They teachers. I think the last time they were over there was like the Thursday before last. So last week they allowed them to they sent us their schoolwork online, and yeah. So I'm trying to figure that out now. Okay. I was hoping that y'all could at least like bear with us, because I don't want them to get kicked out. It's like, I'm talking about, I'm in one of the most challenging times. Yeah. 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 And I already sent the car to the shop. They towed it away and everything, but a tree had fell on my car. So it's in the shop now. And they told me that I would hear something within 48 hours. So, yeah. Thank you. Okay. So look, take my number down, because I didn't have your number either. That's why I couldn't call you, because this phone you on, the screen is actually black. It's broke. I just kept swiping it and it happened to answer for you. But I have another phone. So let me give you my new number. Oh, it is? Oh. Right, but this number though, I don't know if it's ever gonna answer again. That's what I'm saying. This screen is black, so I wanted to give you my other phone number. I have another phone you can call. Because I would have been called y'all, but I can't see nothing on this phone. I'm so grateful that it answered just this time. Yep, I can. Okay. Yes. Thank you. And I know for sure they're gonna be returning for the summer, but what I'm trying to do is get my car fixed so that they can start, finish this after school back out, because they love it there. But just bear with me, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Bye bye. You too. Hello? Okay. They love my kids. They love my Okay, God is so good. Because when people be thinking that you're going to fail, God just be stepping in like, not my daughter. Not my daughter. But I had an amazing time with y'all today. If you can see, we've been on here about 2 hours. So I hope that everybody receives something from this video. If y'all need any type of business consulting, startup consulting, anything, make sure y'all hit me up at Donnathebillionaire@gmail. Also, you can hit me on Instagram at Donnathebillionaire, YouTube Donnathebillionaire, because it's going to be a lot more finances hitting the streets, because y'all know we got our president back and stuff. But so this time I don't want y'all to fumble the bag. Let's just say that. So your favorite business consultant is here, y'all. I do everything startup, structure planning, LLC, strategic planning, marketing, anything that you need regarding business. Anybody who know me, I've been a business consultant for years now. That's, my graduation is December 14th. Anywho, so taxes. I've had a tax company also for years on top of years. It's been 8 years now. So if anybody either want to learn how to do taxes or need me to do their taxes, hit my line. Business consultant, hit my line. Make sure that y'all comment and let me know what videos y'all would like to see next. Also, ladies, Stash Girls /wholesale. You can look me up on Google. And then I have stashgirlsbeauty.com, or just hit me up directly and I can direct you there if you can't find the link. But I sell 3D mink lashes. They are reusable. They are amazing. And what else? Make sure that y'all always keep up with my link tree. So I don't usually put descriptions on my live videos, but if you go to my videos that I actually post on my feed, you'll be able to see. Can somebody screenshot me when I'm cute? And send me the picture so I can post it. But anywho, my link tree is always under my videos and my actual post. And you can keep up with anything that I do on Linktree. Even my podcast. I have a podcast called Trendsetters on the Go, when we talk about nothing but self-development, okay? What else? So make sure that y'all are always looking at my community posts, okay? In my community posts, that's like my Facebook or my Instagram. I post more on my YouTube community post than I post on anything else. What else? My community posts, y'all can comment, ask me questions. If y'all feel like y'all been emailing me, I didn't get it, anything, because some stuff go to spam. If y'all feel like y'all want to ask me something, or y'all want to request new videos, or y'all want to know what's my website, or y'all want to know how to book business consultation or a tax consultation, bookkeeping, anything like that, you can either hit me up on my community post. So at the top, people who don't know how to use YouTube, they have home, which shows everything, even my other channels, and then it has my videos, my shorts, then it has my live videos, then it has community. So if you go to my community, you will be able to see everything that I post. I post pictures, I post quotes, I post everything there. Like, that is my community right there. So also, we never know what's going to be going on with YouTube. So anybody who would like to vibe with me long term, I have a Patreon that you can add, which my Patreon also, you will be able to get my podcast for free. Every time I drop a podcast episode, you get it for free as long as you are a member on my Patreon. And actually, if you my subscription on my Patreon is only $5. So if you subscribe to my Patreon, after you're a patron for 3 months, I will waive the fee. And you will be a patron for free, and you will be able to get my podcast for free. We will be able to stay in communication for free. I'm Donnathebillionaire on every platform. However, on Patreon, I think it's Trendsetters on the Go. Trendsetters on the Go. I'm gonna start posting my links on my community as well. I'm gonna post my Trendsetters on the Go Patreon link, and I'm gonna post my link tree and my website link just so y'all can have it. And again, for any business inquiries, it's donnathebillionaire@gmail.com. I love y'all. I'm about to go spend some time with me out in this sun. It looks beautiful outside. And I will see y'all in my next video.